He has absolutely no social conscience. Someone like that should be in jail and the key be thrown away. That bloke should not have a right to be out there on his own ideology platform and creating hatred, showing all this stuff out there to our kids and doing all the rest. I'm very interested to watch what the US is going to do with TikTok and how far that they can do. We're trying to get rid of that platform as well. So I think we're all watching on the United States at the moment.
You kick the platform out?
I don't give a stuff about the platform. I'm happy to go off the platform today, to be honest with you. And I suggest that the other 226, there's 227 members of parliament do the same thing. So start switching off X. Start throwing it back at him. But we've got to start from here.
This is my video update on this Tuesday, midday, April the 23rd. Let's talk about some news. And let's start things off with a Ukraine collapse on the front lines in the Donetsk, Avdiivka area. And yesterday, I was editing and uploading Alexander's video for the day, and I got the video in the afternoon, local time here in Greece. And the title of his video was something like Russia captures 50% of Ocheretino. And as I was uploading the video, I went on to Telegram and to Twitter, and I started getting news that Ocheretino was not 50% captured, but the entire village, town of Ocheretino had been captured by the Russian military in what many people were calling a collapse, a very quick, unexpected collapse of this village town, which is located northwest of Avdiivka. And this is a very important area for the Russian military to capture. It's on a hill, so it's in a heightened position. And it's one of the main logistic hubs in the area on the front line. And from what I understand, things moved so quickly because Ukrainian units left their positions and just ran away. They just ran away. And then Syrsky, from what I understand, Syrsky, the commander of the Ukraine military, he sent the 47th Brigade to prevent Ocheretino from being taken by the Russians, and they failed. The 47th Brigade, which is a brigade that has been fighting for a while, and they're in need of some rest. But Syrsky was like, nope, you guys go to Ocheretino and try to prevent the Russian military from capturing this very important position on the front lines, and they couldn't do it. And the town village fell very, very quickly. So this is a huge deal. It's a very, very big deal, because when you look at a map, you can see that from Ocheretino, the Russians have a whole lot of options to advance towards the west. So that was big news from yesterday. Let me read you a tweet from Yeroman. For people who do not know how important Ocheretino is, it dominates the whole area and will give Russian forces the opportunity to spread out in all directions. I would call that a breakthrough. Well said. And also yesterday we got confirmation that Russia has also captured another village town in Donetsk, on the front in Donetsk, towards the south. And this town village is Novo-Mikhailovka. So that also was captured by the Russian military yesterday. Bad day for the Ukraine military, big day for the Russian military. And also yesterday we got the news along with video of the Russian military hitting a TV tower in Kharkov. And this video has gone viral of the big TV tower just getting hit by a projectile, but we don't know exactly what hit it. A precision strike, actually, from a projectile. The installation was used by Kiev's military to house various equipment, including an air defense communication antenna, RIA Novosti reported, citing pro-Russian locals. The tower was once the tallest building in the city, measuring just over 240 meters. So I imagine that this tower was being used by the Ukraine military to provide all kinds of surveillance and intel to Ukraine, to the Ukraine military, maybe even towards Belgorod. That would be my guess. And so the Russian military took it out with a precision projectile. Wonder what that precision projectile was. So the Wall Street Journal, they put out an article yesterday, one second, with the title, Why Donald Trump Didn't Sink Mike Johnson's Ukraine Aid Bill. Republican proponents of further support for Kiev seized on the former president's idea of a loan to help pass the House bill. Now, I'm going to read you a bit from this Wall Street Journal article, but basically what the WSJ, I believe Murdoch owns the Wall Street Journal. Is that correct? I think that is owned by Murdoch. What the Wall Street Journal is basically reporting in this article is that the Neocons and Lindsey Graham, they spoke to Trump and they convinced Trump to tell Mike Johnson to put the Ukraine aid package to a vote in the House. They convinced Trump to support the Ukraine aid package if Mike Johnson would put in the package that there would be some sort of a loan to Ukraine, and that's how they got Trump to go along with the $61 billion to Project Ukraine. And the Neocons, they told Trump that the loan idea for Ukraine is actually a viable idea. It's a viable option for Ukraine because if Ukraine is able to defeat the Russian military, then Ukraine has so many riches that it will be able to pay back the $10 billion loan in the Ukraine aid package. And Trump, he agreed. He went for it. He said, okay, I'll support Mike Johnson in the Ukraine aid package as long as we have the loan provision, the loan stinker in there, the $10 billion loan. Hey, I'm good for loan. Give me loan. I pay back loan in the Ukraine aid package. So the convincing of Trump actually was helped along by Duda as well. Duda flew into the U.S., into New York. He had dinner with Trump. Trump was speaking with Lindsey Graham and the Neocons, and they were trying to convince Trump to support the Ukraine aid package. And Duda flew into New York, and he also told Trump over dinner that Trump should definitely support the $61 billion to Project Ukraine. So Duda also played his part in all of this. So let me read you what the Wall Street Journal is saying in this article. A group of senators, including Senators Lindsey Graham, Kevin Cramer, and Markwayne Mullin, held joint phone calls, first among themselves to strategize, and then with Trump after he had floated first the idea of making Ukraine aid into a loan. The lawmakers' plan, according to people familiar with the outreach, was to expand on the idea of the loan and make it Trump's idea so that he would embrace it. Trump, officials said, was open to the idea so long as the U.S. is guaranteed something in return. Ukraine, Trump, and the senators discussed, is rich with minerals, has the potential of being a rich country able to pay its debts back. People familiar with discussions said payback is contingent on defeating Russia, since most of these resources are in occupied territories, they said. But those familiar with Trump's thinking said he has been open to hearing from various officials who have both warned him of the potential consequences of a Russian victory and the opportunities a second Trump administration might have to broker a peace agreement. Those lobbying him said it wasn't so much that they needed him to agree, they just needed him to accept it. And that's how all of this went down. $10 billion as a loan, and Trump accepted it. Those lobbying him said it wasn't so much that he needed to agree, they just needed him to accept it. And that's what he did. He accepted the whole loan thing, and Mike Johnson put it to a vote. And the rest is history. According to the Wall Street Journal, Graham said that the whole loan idea, the loan concept, goes way back to Trump's comment about Iraq, where he said, "Take the oil." This is what Lindsey Graham said in an interview. And Graham said that when Trump made that comment, "Take the oil," it wasn't so much about stealing the oil, but it was Trump saying that the U.S. should take the Iraq oil as and use it as collateral and as leverage. So Graham was arguing that loaning Ukraine money is a concept that Trump actually first had with regards to foreign policy in connection to the take the oil Iraq statement. So that's what Graham said. So that's the story behind Trump and Mike Johnson and the $61 billion in Ukraine aid. I talked about this in past videos that I made a couple of weeks ago. I actually talked about Trump's statement when he made that statement, where he said, loan Ukraine the money. And the neocons seized on that statement. And Trump's weakness, man, that is Trump's weakness, is the neocons, if you believe the reporting from the Wall Street Journal. And I don't see why not. I can see the neocons seizing on that statement from Trump. I don't know why Trump made that statement about loaning Ukraine money, but he made that statement, and the neocons seized on Trump's statement, and I can see them calling up Trump and telling Trump, look, there's a lot of money to be tapped into Ukraine. We can win this thing. we can defeat Russia, and Trump's foreign policy team, his team of foreign policy advisors, has never been very, very impressive. Trump needs new people advising him on foreign policy. So I could see his foreign policy team saying, yeah, if we get $61 billion to Ukraine, they might be able to defeat Russia. So we might be able to extract a lot of riches from Ukraine if that does happen. So go ahead and tell Mike Johnson you accept the $61 billion package, as long as he puts a provision in there about some money being given to the Alinsky regime as a loan. So I can see all of this going down. And as I've said on many videos on this channel and on the Duran, that Trump's Achilles heel, his greatest weakness, is his admiration, his wanting to be part of the neocon crowd. I don't know. He's got this weakness with the neocons. He just has it. And it seems like he didn't learn from his first administration. And he's making all the same mistakes all over again with regards to the neocons. He shouldn't even take a phone call from the neocons after everything they did to him. Bolton and all of these guys. Why is he taking their calls? I don't know. I really don't know, but he's definitely got a weak spot for the neocons, and it's bad. That's not a good thing. Anyway, let's move on. And Sunak has announced that the UK will send a humongous aid package to Ukraine, 500 billion pounds. And the package will include, from the early reports that I'm getting, 1,600 missiles, 400 vehicles, and 60 boats. 60 boats meaning drones to attack Crimea. That's what they mean when they say 60 boats. But that's the aid package. From what I understand, this is one of the biggest aid packages that the UK has sent to Ukraine, or is going to send to the Alinsky regime. Is there anything that the UK government does that does not mimic the US government, the US establishment? Is there anything that the UK establishment does that is not in lockstep with the US deep state or the US establishment? Anything? It's pretty pathetic, man. It is pretty pathetic. Remember when you were a kid and people would tell you, would you jump off of a bridge if your friends jumped off a bridge? And your answer would always be no, or it should be no. Of course I wouldn't jump off of a bridge if my friends jumped off of a bridge, or if my friends told me to jump off of a bridge. Well, in the case of the UK, if the US told the UK to jump off of a bridge, the UK would jump off of a bridge. The UK government, the UK establishment. Man, it's pretty sad. It's very sad, actually. Anyway, speaking about vassal states, we have this article from the Financial Times. Greece and Spain under pressure to provide Ukraine with air defense systems. So the Financial Times is reporting that Greece is considering giving up its air defense systems, its Patriot systems, to Ukraine for money. And, now get this, and if Turkey guarantees NATO Greece that it will not attack Greece, because Greece will have given up its air defenses. So basically they're saying, we'll give up our protection, we'll give up our national security to Ukraine if we get a promise from Erdogan that he's not going to take advantage of this. Oh boy, I hope these reports are not true. I really hope these reports are not true, because if they are true, then oh boy, what a bonehead move that would be. But you know, it highlights how much of vassals the collective West are to the U.S., to the U.S. establishment, to the neocons, to the war machine. Oh man, you know, Erdogan can be trusted, absolutely. Yeah, don't worry, Greece. Give up all of your air defenses. Give them up. Don't worry, I won't take advantage of the situation. That's Erdogan. I won't take advantage of the situation. Yeah, right. Oh man. Oh boy. Poland said that they have no more Patriots to give to Ukraine. FYI, that is the statement from Tusk. Greece, Spain, give up your air defenses to Ukraine. Poland, we don't have any more to give. No Patriots to spare. That's the statement from Poland. Anyway, let's do a couple of clown worlds and we can wrap this video up. And the first clown world, man, this is a good one, comes from the Shanghai Appy Expo, exhibition for adults, which is taking place in China. And an Indian manufacturer of SEX dolls has a doll on display which looks very much like Alinsky. It looks very much like Alinsky. I'm not saying it's Alinsky, but the doll is decked out in green, and yeah, it definitely resembles the clown puppet leader in Kiev. Maybe it's not, though. Maybe it's not. Does look like him. Who would buy an Alinsky doll? Who would buy an Alinsky doll? I don't know. Maybe the leaders of the collective West, they would probably buy an Alinsky doll. Does it come with a bottle of Alinsky number 5? That would be the ultimate, huh? An Alinsky doll and a bottle of Alinsky number 5. Oh my God. Even better than the real thing, huh? It's even better than the real thing. If I can get that Alinsky number 5 with the doll, and I'm buying it. That's what the collective West leaders are saying. I'm sure the orders are coming in to this Indian manufacturer. We just got another order and another order. Hey, I know this guy. He's the prime minister of a country in Europe. Hey, I know this girl. She's a prime minister of a country in Europe. Yeah, I know this guy. Isn't he from Canada? Oh, man. Isn't this guy a neocon? Anyway, just joking. Just joking around. Not the story. The story is real, but I'm just joking around. Really, I'm just joking around. Let's see. The Sun, the UK Sun, they obtained. This is a huge story, actually. This is a very big story, everybody. The UK Sun, they have obtained the super secret plans of Russia's summer offensive in the conflict in Ukraine. This is big news. Man, is this big news. So let me put up the map, the plans, the super secret plans that the UK Sun has obtained of Russia's big summer offensive. And take a look. That's the plan, everybody. A lot of arrows, a lot of fire. Wow. Wow, that is the plan, huh? There's white arrows, there's big red arrows, there's some blue arrows as well. There's a lot of explosion. That's the plan that the Sun has obtained. Oh boy, I imagine that that Gerasimov and Shoigu are trying to find the mole in the Russian military that has given up the plans to the UK Sun. The Putin administration has a spy that has leaked the plans for the summer offensive to the UK Sun, and now they're all out there. Everyone can see the summer offensive plans. Wow, big news, huge news. And let me end the video with a rumor. And this is just a rumor. Maybe this turns out to not be a rumor by the time I publish this video, but this is just a rumor. But it's coming from a very large and reliable Telegram channel, pro-Ukraine Telegram channel known as Resident. I've mentioned them many times on many videos that I've done in the past. Alexander has mentioned Resident's reporting in the past as well. And they claim, according to their sources, that Alinsky has arrested Zaluzhny due to political competition. That is what they are saying. Zaluzhny has not gone to the UK. He has not accepted the role as ambassador to the UK, according to Resident. And he is actually under arrest by the Alinsky regime, detained by the SBU. He's been under arrest for a month, being kept under heavy security, and he will be released, according to Resident, once he accepts to pack his bags and go to the UK to become ambassador of Ukraine to the UK, alongside Reznikov, the defense minister, who is already in the UK and is already ambassador. That is the rumor. I don't know if this is true. Probably not true, but who knows? A video from Zaluzhny hanging out in the UK, maybe in front of Big Ben, or riding a a bus or something. I don't know. Maybe at a Chelsea game or something. I don't know. That would debunk this rumor, but could be true. I don't see why not. Zaluzhny, Klitschko, and Poroshenko, we know that they are the opposition to Alinsky, and we know that they are trying to find a way to maneuver Alinsky out and for them to get back in power. And Poroshenko has not hidden his desire to become president of Ukraine again. So we do know that, but let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Maybe we'll get a video of Zaluzhny hanging out at a pub in London with Reznikov. Anyway, that's the video, everybody. Let me say a big shout out to Dr. Tamas in Budapest, Hungary. Keep on rocking, my brother, Dr. Tamas. And that is the video, the Duran.locals.com. We are on Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, Telegram, and Twitter X. And go to the Duran shop. How do I get down from here? Pick up some limited edition merch. The link is in the description box down below. Take care.